Hello, my friends. It's your art teacher, Miss Barnett. And in this week's lesson titled Green Architecture, we've been exploring how architects use reusable and recyclable materials to create sustainable or long-lasting, environmentally friendly buildings. So what we're going to do today is you're going to use your imaginations. I'm not going to demonstrate exactly what to do today. I'm just going to give you some ideas and show you the materials that are available to you because I really want to see your own imagination and creativity really coming to life for this. You can work with a partner for this project. Just let me know that you're working collaboratively, and that's fine because this is going to be kind of an intense labor project. So if you want to work with someone, that's just fine. So what I want you to think about before we get started today, I want you to think about what type of building are you going to build? Is it going to be a private home or is it going to be a public building that lots of people can visit? I want you to think about sustainable sources of energy. So in your design, you're going to have to provide at least one form of sustainable energy for your building to run on. And that could be the sun, it could be wind, or it could be water to generate the heat and electricity. What will you use as your main building material? And I'll show you what you have for options in just a moment. And what kind of location will you choose for your building? Will it be in a city, like an urban environment, or will it be in the country, a rural environment? I want you also, with your partner or by yourself if you've chosen to work alone, create sketches of your building from all the sides. Now, you could use our last two projects as inspiration for this project. So maybe you want to build a 3D model of your dream house with some green construction in mind, or maybe you want to think back to building materials and how we talked about texture, and maybe you want to turn this building into a 3D model, or you can come up with a brand new building. Totally up to you. So when we draw our buildings from all four sides, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute and show you an example. I want you to think about what materials you're going to use and make sure you include those in your plan. Now also, I want you to be open to changes, because working with 3D materials and building in 3 dimensions from a plan, things change because our materials might not act in a way that we're expecting them to. So if you need to make a change, that's totally fine. Remember our 5-step studio process: artist, revise, and plan as they go to make things better. So really quick, let me show you what materials you'll have available for you. All right, guys, so in the art room, I have this really awesome heavy-duty laminated construction paper that we can use as a base, or you can make your walls out of that. Remember, it's your design, your imagination, your artistic choices. I have paper towel rolls of different sizes and lengths that you could cut down. And then I have cardboard, a million different popsicle sticks, some styrofoam, even though I kind of like to limit that use if we can, but if you absolutely just have to have it, we can use it. And then we have our handy dandy box of art garbage. All right, friends, so in our art trash box, there's all kinds of different materials that you could repurpose into different parts for your greenhouse model, green architecture model. So I don't know, maybe these could be columns. We could have posts. We could, I don't know, guys, like, you're so creative. I know that you're going to come up with some really amazing things. So this is available to you. Let's talk about building or drawing and planning a 3D model of a building. All right, friends, so when you come up with your plans and your drawings for your green architecture project, I want you to make sure you include all 4 sides of the building: the front, the back, and the left and the right side, just like architects do. And this, even though it's a loose plan, will help you and your partner or yourself make sure that you are on the right track and not getting sidetracked away from what you originally decided to do. Now I'm going to talk about materials that you can use to attach things to one another. So we have the tacky glue, we have tape, and we have hot glue guns. Now, I'm going to let you use the hot glue gun by yourself, but I brought in garden gloves. And if you're using the hot glue gun, you must wear the garden gloves to protect your fingers so you don't burn yourself and blister your fingers. So let's talk now about different ways that you can join materials together. So sometimes when you're working in 3D, glue and tape is not going to be enough. You're going to have to make some supports so you have more areas of contact for your adhesives and your materials to help stick together. So let me show you some methods that you could use for this project. All right, friends, so one of the most basic forms of joining two pieces of material together to make that are 2D to make a 3D shape is to make a slot, which is just doing a little cut like this. And then you insert your other paper in, and you might want to cut a little bit more so it is flush. And just like that, you can create some stability. There we go. You might also want to create some, if you have something that you want to stand up and attach, you might want to cut some tabs into the material, and then you just fold them up. And attach like this, and they should be very secure that way because you've created lots of points of contact between the flat surface and the glue. You could also create a score and bend. So taking your scissors, be careful with this. You can score along the material and then bending at the crease. Create some 3D sculptural shapes that way. You might want to think about how folding, you could fold paper. Let me find a strip for you guys. You might want to fold paper accordion style. So you just go back and forth, and this could create stairs or maybe a corrugated texture if you wanted the outside of your building to look like metal. Really, guys, it's the only limitation is your own imagination on this project. So think about how you want to manipulate the materials to create your model. Let's go ahead and start planning, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. Let's get started.